3 ways I lowered my heart rate. And I'm gonna be really fast about this video. I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna tell you who I am or my credentials or drag this out for a long period of time. I don't have all day. Screw you. I'll take as long as I want. Let's get into it.
The first is cardiovascular exercise, and this is vital. I don't know why there's an aversion to doing this, but a lot of people just don't want to do it, but it's the necessary thing if you really want to get your pulse low. Just like if you want to strengthen a bicep, you have to exercise it. Well, you have to exercise your heart. Now, it doesn't matter if you're walking, cycling, that's just my thing, swimming, running, jogging, rowing, it doesn't matter. The key is you need to raise your heart rate up to a certain level and maintain it there for a period of time. And if a person is not normally accustomed to doing this, then what happens is you have to start easy. So I would say 3 times a week, just go for a walk for 20 minutes and get used to that. As time goes on, your heart's gonna get stronger, and then you'll be able to walk more frequently, let's say 6 days a week. And then once you're doing 6 days a week at 20 minutes, then maybe 3 times a week, you start increasing it to 30 minutes. So 3 times a week, you're doing 30 minutes, 3 times a week, you're doing 20 minutes. And then just keep increasing those longer walks. So then you're at 40 minutes, then 50 minutes and 60 minutes. Once you're doing an hour 3 times per week, then the other days you're just doing shorter ones, you're basically a rock star. Now you're on your way.
You YouTubers are all the same. The second thing is I eat fish a lot. And the reason why I do this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, it has an anti-inflammatory effect. So inside the arteries of our body, if there's less inflammation on the inner lining of our arteries, our heart has to work that much less. Omega-3 fatty acids play a major role in that. The other reason is because fish has a lot of protein. One of the problems with eating a lot of protein, if you're into the carnivore diet, is sure, you'll lose weight, you're not eating processed foods, but the problem is when you eat a lot of red meat, LDLs are gonna go up. Now you're gonna have to have that conversation with you and your doctor, but if you eat fish, your LDLs actually go down, yet you can still keep that protein really high. Hurry up, otherwise I'll go to TikTok. The third and final thing is, in my view, very, very important, is just as important as the other 2, and that is to reduce stress. Cortisol has a major effect on our heart rate as well as our overall health. I'm no counselor, so I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You have to figure it out for yourself. But what I have personally found that's worked for me is a couple things. The first is setting aside 5 minutes a day to do deep breathing exercises. It really does work, at least for me. And the reason why is, at least I know at some point during the day that I'm gonna have a time where I can reset my mind. And it's almost like on a computer, when you hit Control Alternate Delete and you just shut the computer down and restart it. That's how it feels for me. When I have stress, and listen, everybody's human, we're all human, we get stress. You do 5 minutes of deep breathing exercises and it really does wonders. That's one of the things that I do. The other thing that I do is, over time, and this has taken me a long time to figure out, is to reset my mind on how to deal with daily things that occur and life situations. I've learned to say the words first world problems. That's something that pops out of my mind, out of my mouth a lot, is whenever I'm having some challenge or something isn't going well, I always think to myself, first world problems, that this is something that only people in modern society deal with. This isn't a problem, it's a challenge. It isn't a problem, it's a situation. And to reset my mind so that I don't have problems, I have situations that just need to be solved. It's a different mindset, and I find it useful that I'm able to go into work, to go into life situations and just not worry. It's so freeing. The last thing that I do in order to reduce stress, and I haven't told anybody this, I don't even think I've ever mentioned this on YouTube, is I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I don't care for it. I have a biased opinion that I've developed over time that news is not news. News is entertainment. And their job is to create fear. And their job is to keep me down. And I don't like it. And I just don't see any reason why I should succumb to that. I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on TikTok, I'm not on Facebook. I don't want to watch these things anymore. It seems that from a million directions, there's people that want to tell me how to live my life, what to eat, when to eat. They want to tell me what to think, what to be afraid of, what medical procedures that I should be receiving. But regardless of how you fix your strained, tormented life, you got to figure it out. And what I've discovered by treating patients is that therapy can help some people. Most of the time, they're just giving people drugs. You really need to work on yourself. You need to figure out what makes yourself tick. And sometimes what that takes is about 15 minutes a day at nighttime, at the end of the day when everybody's not talking to you, and just you and a journal. And you just write out your thoughts. And you know what? Be your own psychiatrist. Figure out a solution to your own problems. It's one thing to bitch constantly, but it's another thing to say, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to find some solutions. What's the best solution for this problem that I have? And sure enough, you know yourself better than anyone. Sometimes you might be able to figure it out. Now, I know I said that there were 3, but I'm going to give you a 4th one. This is a bonus. And this really helps you with your heart rate, is getting enough sleep. This is very important. And what I've found myself is that if I take a magnesium supplement at nighttime, I sleep so much better. I mean, it just makes such a big difference. And if you want to know what magnesium supplement I take, I'll put it in the description down below. And if you wait till the end of the video, I'll show you how to get at least a free bottle of magnesium so you can try it for a month. If it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. But for me, it really helps my mind calm down. And so if you're exercising, right, and you're straining your heart and you're trying to reduce stress, none of this works if you don't recover by the next day. Getting sleep is really important. I have a weighted blanket. I go to bed at the same time. I make sure and I don't eat prior to going to bed. I stay off my phone. I stay off the computer. I find that if you darken the room and keep it cool, when you take magnesium, you just fall asleep like that. It's just mind-blowing how much better you feel. And when you get sleep, a number of things happen. Hormones in your body that help your body recuperate from the day's stress and exercise and things like that. You do so much better. And that's the dirty little secret of sleep, is that it's so underrated because it really helps you with your overall health.